What's going on, guys? Just got them snatching these injectors at the boneyard here. Wasn't too bad. Let's take that little intake shield off here, and these two 5/16 bolts on each side, and you still got the fuel hard lines connected to the rails here. But yeah, you just kind of give them a wiggle up. Gonna go ahead and decap these injectors. These are the short ones, I believe. Took the pigtails off them too, so if I have to use those to wire them in. That's the only one that the actual seal isn't on it. It fell down somewhere in there. Probably scoop that up if I can grab it. I think I'm gonna grab another set though. 20 bucks for 8 of them. So, and yeah, so let's go ahead and grab another set. But that's a Dodge. We gotta get a Chevy truck. Let's see here. It's not busted up one. I don't do that one. We'll figure it out. Well, back home here, I thought I got 8 from one Chevy, 2000 Chevy, and 4 from another. I didn't want to tear down the driver's side rail, and the other one I was dealing with, I figured 12 would be fine, but somehow I got home and I only had 11, which is really weird. But anyways, cut all the clips of them right when you got them on the fuel rail. I just cut these right off so you have them. You see I'm already done here with I don't know, what do we got, 6 or 7 done here? Yeah, I got all these rings off. So let's, I mean, I've seen other guys already do videos explaining how this is done and what you should do, but I'll show you how I'm doing it. I basically got this on here to grind off the tips. But yeah, let me show you how we do this. Alright, first things first, I already kind of started on that one, so let's start with this one. I'm going to take this thing right here and just start squeezing right in here. Work it in there a little bit. Once you work it in there, I'll start twisting on it. And I'll start working around and twisting it. And then it should pop off. I'm going to go like this, and then I'm going to rinse this off with some brake cleaner real quick outside. Alright, now we got it all clean. What we're going to do is I'm going to take my little snippers here now and give a shout out to Hunter Tune, because this is where I just saw this done at. So I'm just going to peel that up a little bit right there. I'm just going to walk around. Now this won't ever take that center piece out, but it makes it a lot easier for that cap later on to come flying off. Okay, now you see right there how it's almost off now. So at this point, we'll go ahead and I'll go over here to my makeshift grinding wheel. See how it just flew off there? Alright. Okay, so now you see that there's the tip. Here's what it originally looks like. So now you don't want to disturb that ball. That's why when you grind it, you hit it with an angle. At an angle with an angle grinder, if you will. Yeah, that about wraps that up. Let me go ahead and knock out the rest of these, and we'll get them installed on the Civic now. I went and picked up a couple bolts from the hardware store. This is the longest ones they had, and I wish they had it a little longer. I believe this is 60 mil in length. So this is an M8 bolt. M8 bolt, which is going to be with the thread pattern. The pitch is 1.25, so If you want to get at least a 60 mil length, I would advise probably going 70, just so you have an extra length to work with and you can bring it down some more. As you see right here, I should be alright like that, right? Because we'll see. But anyways, in order to drill these out, because normally it's this 10 mil bolt right here that fits in there. In order to drill it out right here for this size, this is going to be a 5/16 drill bit. And I just went ahead and I drilled it out on the Harbor Freight drill press over here. So again, this is a 5/16 bit right here. And that'll make the perfect size hole for you to drop in. Alright, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bevel down this edge a little bit so that it matches the holes here in the Y series things. As you see, it just does not want to fit quite right. So it's just a tad too big. So let's go ahead and bring those down. Okay, here we have the factory injector, and here we have one of the GM decapped ones. Now, like I was saying, the rim on this is just slightly too big to fit in the hole. It just won't go down like these will. Now, I don't have a ring on either one of these, an O-ring, but you get the point. This drops right in. This doesn't fit at all. So what I'm going to show you here is what I do to take this ring down. First thing I did is I roll up a little bit of electrical tape, and I stuff it in here because I don't want to get any shavings inside the injector, obviously, because that'll really screw things up. What I do is I get it inside the drill here. Just snug it in there real quick. Bam! Look at that. Drops right in. Let's compare it real quick here. Exact same. And it's perfectly circled because he's spitting it on the drill. So that's how you do that part of that. Let's go ahead and get the rest of these done and get them all bolted in. Well, I take that back about the length of these bolts. These bolts actually work perfect. So that, again, that bolt right there is an M8 by 1.25 pitch, and it says 60 mil. That came out to be perfect. I mean, it sits in there nice and tight. I haven't tested it for any leaks or nothing yet. I'm about to do that here in a second. Get all the fuel lines hooked back up, and then I got to wire in all the clips here with all these guys, and then yeah, should be ready to go. We'll get that fuel pump in after we test out the injectors and make sure those are working first. Good practice right here, right? Strip these wires down nice and good, you know, about 3/8 to a ½ inch, and you twist them together like that. Make sure you put the shrink wrap on first. This is for those that might not be the best solders. Make sure you got a good enough iron that gets hot enough and melts solder all the way through. Let me see if I can do this one two-handed. Oh jeez. Okay, so you're gonna put a little tin on there, and you're gonna sit that next to there, and then you're just gonna soak that through. Alright, we're gonna do the same thing over here. Tin that and let it soak through, and that there should be a good enough wire to give you some fuel. Okay, after wrapping everything up and getting all the plugs soldered up and taped up and heat shrinked and all that good jazz installed, there was one thing I missed in this video. You have to run 2 O-rings at the top where the fuel rail's at in order for it to squish still. Even though I beveled off that top edge, it's still the tallness of an O-ring. You just have to use 2 of the smaller factory O-rings. Let me put it like that. You stack them. and then they fit great. I didn't even use any rings or anything other than the factory inserts into the intake manifold, and then the heads of the fuel injectors pushed right in there. Everything worked great. They flow great as well. As far as tuning, now I never was able to get any dead times for these injectors. They're standard non-flex fuel injectors off of GM Truck. I believe it's the 5.3 liter ones that I picked up. And these preset injectors, like Neptune, Hondata, and EC Tune. I don't know about Chrome, honestly. But there's a preset in there for you to select what injectors you have, like, say for RC injectors. So the one I picked was RC injector, 750cc, 12 ohm injector. And in that dead time was able to work very well for me on that. They didn't seem to be perfect, but for instance, if you have bad dead times in your injectors, you'll really notice it in how rich you need to go in your idle tuning. And it seemed to be pretty flat as far as the map goes on tuning. So, yeah, the 750 12 ohm injector from RC Injectors, if you already have a preset, and I'm not even sure if they have that exact preset in Honda and Neptune, but they should. RC Injectors are pretty common. So, you figure we tally up, and and I also got the fuel pump done. As you can see here, fuel pump is installed. I didn't want to do a video because, well, quite frankly, everybody's got a video out on how to put a new fuel pump in a Honda Civic. So it's not hard. It's super easy. I think the hardest part I had was actually getting the seat off. But, yeah, the Kemso 340 liter per hour eBay Chinese, El Cheapo fuel pump has been working great. I got it. At the point of me finally getting around to editing this video, I got a couple thousand miles on it. I could say I haven't had any problems with this entire fuel system. I've had other issues, and I'll get into those in future videos. But as far as the fuel system, let's tally this up. We got $20 worth of injectors, and that was 12 injectors. I only needed 4 of them, so let's throw $20, $5 per injector up there, right? I spent $28 on this Kemso fuel pump. So I have less than $50 in this fuel system to be, I believe I can get well into the 400 horsepower range and not have an injector duty that's too high. Or, not stretching these injectors out to, all the way up to the 100% mark. So that's not bad. $50, less than $50 to have an entire fuel system upgrade to run high levels of boost. It's a good deal. So hope this helped you. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And yeah, if you have any questions, I'll try to get around to answering them in the comment section. Thank you.